Alright. Welcome to Goof On, everybody. I'm your host, Rich Giordano. It is Monday. It is the 14th of July, 2025. Yo! Thanks to Lucien Chicken Coop Confidential for the intro outros of Goof On and Rich Saves America. Grazie. So yeah, welcome. Yeah, it's a Monday. Today started off a little bit shaky. Had the pukes in the morning one time and done. I couldn't believe it. An hour later, I was eating, working and eating. So I just made it out by the skin of my esophagus. So I'm glad to be here, actually, more than you know. It could have been no go, and that's sad. Really. Now, tonight I do want to talk about, though, something I noticed, and I don't know where I got the idea. I was watching something, probably a Joe Rogan clip, and it's in the thumbnail. What does it say? Something out of chaos. What is it? What's the term? Oh, your mother's monkey nuts. I can't remember what it is. Here it is. Pull it up. It is, order out of chaos. And that's what is going on in ufology, I noticed. I did. Yeah. I'm going to go over it, too. I want to show you why. It's true. In a way, it is. Well, I don't know if I'll be able to show you, but I'll explain it. You can even just look right here. This is it. Order out of chaos. That's what this means. Ordo di crisia, kai chao. I don't know, whatever this means down here from, the days of creating this country we call home, America. You don't get it. Nobody cares. That's what they do. What happened in 2016? Pretty much TTSA and Lou came in, and Lou brought in the chaos, which created a whole bunch of inaccurate stories. ATIP, OSAP, didn't I run it? Or was I the director? I don't even know anymore. Where's all your emails? Well, they deleted them, not supposed to. Oh, it's just so interesting. So with all of that chaos, the only way to go is to order. Once you bring it up to the chaos, the only other place you can go is to order. And where are we now in ufology? Are we in the chaos or are we having order? I think we're in the chaos mode. And the reason we're in chaos mode, well, I'll go over all that. Let's do a little roll call. I will talk about some sightings and, Stephen Greenstreet's making some comments. Of course, Rose Cuckold's up in the air, talking smack. What else? The grizzly bears are leaving Yellowstone in herds. Never seen this before. It happened a few weeks ago with some other animals, and now they're thinking something might be happening. And we know there was over 350 small earthquakes over at Mount Rainier. I know. But this could be the beginning of the end. This could be how we see the end of days when Yellowstone erupts or Mount Rainier erupts, and it'll create some sort of, domino effect. We'll soon find out because the bears are leaving. I don't know. It's hard to tell. The Bogusphere is reacting to different types of frequencies. We'll look at that. Yeah, it's reacting. Jeremy Corbell has some things to say. Doty cancels his X account. He says it's run by criminals. That's calling the kettle pot black. Something like that. Do you guys remember the tether incident? How about that FAA guy, Callahan? Remember him? And what is Kevin Brown trying to do with a ghost girl that followed him home from the Shining Hotel, according to him? And I'll round off the night with, if you laugh, you're a conservative. We'll do that at the end. Oh, and Wales, this is crazy. I'm going to show you this right out the gate. Let's just do this. Speaking of weird animals, not weird animals, the way animals behave, because we all know. What's that? Oh, yeah, I got to do roll call. That's right. We'll do it quickly. It's not like we got 100 people in here anymore like we used to. Glenn Collins, how you doing that? But we are going to do it irregardless. For those who showed up and made it here tonight, you have no idea how much that means to me. I think you might. Hey, I don't think Goofon is shadow banned anymore. Yeah, I got screenshots of people showing me they're recommending my channel, my videos. I've seen it 3 times now from other people. And it showed up on Rich Saves America. Not on the channel, but it showed up on that account. Very interesting. I'd like to see if it's something temporary, or maybe we're going to start seeing growth. I hope so, YouTube. Just open up the floodgates. Let me enjoy a little bit of life. Please. Brian Yates, how you doing, huh? Welcome to this show. Thank you. David Wilcox, not Wilcock. Yeah, I'm telling you, thanks for being here. A huge, long-time supporter. I can't believe some of you guys. I mean, it's cool. It's just really cool. Chicken Coop Confidential, how you doing? Just the fact that you guys come here at least once a week, I see it's why I do it, Because, there's a lot of times I think, well, maybe I'll leave and just give it up, give it all up. But then I think of the subscribers and the people that actually care. And if it was 8 to 10, maybe I'd consider it, but not with what we have. I'm not doing that. Jeff Garvey, you fit in that category. Thank you for being a longtime supporter as well. And of course, Samo. Yeah, Out of Chaos, Samo. Welcome to the show, Jeff, by the way. Thank you. And Samo, yeah, Out of Chaos, I think. I think we are in chaos mode. Welcome, everybody. Hey, Larky Derry, how you doing? Good to see you. I saw you the other night. Appreciate that. Hope you're doing well. Nice to see you guys. Hey, Marcel. Marcy Hill. Goofonian Matal here. I love that. I love it. That's all that matters. Welcome to the show. Christopher 5. How you doing, CV? Conservative Vibes, CV. That's the guy. Good to see you, man. Donnie Creel. Hello, everybody. Donnie Creel. I know, I won't bring attention to it. It's the most amazing name ever invented. Donnie Creel for radio, for entertainment. Who you doing a movie with? I'm with the famous Donnie Creel. No shit. Do you know that guy does radio still? To this day, he's got the best voice and the best name ever. I don't know about the voice, but you have to have a great voice. I just know it. Hey, Willie. Wan Kenobi. Willie Wan Kenobi. Obi-Wan Kenobi. Well, I'll be an uncle's munkle. Welcome to the show. UFO 91. UFO 91. Welcome to the show. You know what? I really do love saying chaos. Chaos. Metalhead. What's up? Everyone is lying and grifting in ufology. Did you see Scambian? He's got a new grift channel. I don't know the name. I just saw that he's got this channel, something like clown insanity public something. I don't know. It's like he's kind of going off of like what I do in the auditing world. It's gonna. I don't know what. You never know what's gonna work. You know. I left a message on X because he put it up on X and I got it and I said, hey, are you leaving ufology? You giving up? What's going on? That'd be a shame. Yeah, I wished him luck in my own way. All right, you ready? Can we start this shindig? Hey, FAP, how you doing? Welcome to this show. Scott Brown. Oh, wow. Hey, good to see you, by the way. Let me read this. Ufology sucks now, Scott Brown says. So many GD grifters. Yeah, spreading false bullshittery. That is so true. What I don't like, Scott and everybody, it's when guys like Ross Kuthar, whatever her name is, they make these claims. There's a big giant UFO under, and you can't give names. And then, you hear Greer's got now whistleblowers. Who? Not yet, right? Can't tell us who. And then I just found out that there's going to be firsthand whistleblowers in the next UFO convention hearing, and they say there's going to be firsthand witnesses. No evidence. But am I wrong in saying we know? We know you've got the evidence. We know you got the bodies. We know. At this point, anything other than evidence is just wasting our time. And this is what I feel they do in ufology. They get you all revved up like something big's going to happen. And then bupkis. And you're disappointed. And you're like, I'm never going to buy into anything they say anymore. But we are a desperate bunch. Not me. Maybe not Scott at this point. Not a lot of you who've been in it a while. You get the game. But most people want the evidence and will wait through it all until it comes out, even if it never does, like me. I have to. I'm in it for life. But it's frustrating because it's confusing. And that's why I think, Samo, we are in a chaos scenario. Scott Brown just told us with all the grifting and the fakes and the hoaxing. Eleganzo coming out with the crop circle. Oh, it's a big UFO. It's 600,000 feet. It's huge. Come on, man. You're supposed to be the best at this, right? That's a guy who never cared about UFOs, never wanted to be a UFO guy. You know what he said. If I didn't say your name, doesn't mean I don't love you. It means we have a lot of show to do. We do tonight. Cindy Krause, how you doing? Good to see you. All right. Yep. Okay. We're all caught up on that. Raging Against Machine. What is up? Frostradamus. One of the best names historically. Good to see you guys. Welcome. Vern Dude as well. You guys snuck in while I was chatting. All right, now we'll get going. Okay. All right, let me see something. Okay, we've got Jason Sands posted something having to do with Skinny Bob. I don't know why that guy. All right. A couple of years ago, I think it's been a while, 15 years ago, there was a guy who unearthed the ancient astronaut statue or figurine. Did I say Mexico? Well, that one was found in Turkey. It's a 3,000-year-old figurine. And that was found in Turkey, Cappadocia, I believe is how you say it. It dated 3,000 years ago. But much like objects from Mexico, Jalisco, is that how you say it? Or is it Jalisco? I want to show you what I'm talking about. I was trying to pull it up and it's just slow for me today. Here it is. Remember this? What's up, Brookis? Huh? Remember that little figurine? Okay. I did a little bit of investigating a long time ago when in Mexico there was a guy who set up shop outside. I don't know if it was outside his home or it was outside the cave where he said he found these figurines. And all along, the guy was making these, what you just saw, making them out of the old rock. So yeah, people think it was 3,000 years old because the rocks are 3,000 years old. But allegedly, the guy, carved them up, put them back into the hole or put them into a hole, buried them up, and let them sit there for like a decade, packed that dirt down, made it stick, and then, oh, well, look what we found. I think that's how the story went. And then there was hundreds of these figurines that were supposedly real. He was selling them, I think, on the black market. And come to find out they're not real. He wound up talking, I think, about it, or somebody knew the story and was in on it. And I guess anytime money's involved, somebody doesn't get paid, We've seen that with Travis Walton. We don't know now if it was a hoax. Travis. But the figurines, and if you look at them, they're really, I don't know, man. Like, I don't even know if I believe that story. But, you can see a little UFO. You can see some sort of landmass as if it was, reconnaissance maybe. It's a helmet. I don't know why it would be on the helmet. But it's an astronaut, right? It's pretty amazing. Can you believe this is happening again during the show? Oh, I got a PayPal. Oh, that's right. Hey, if you guys want to help support Truthology for Ufology, and I mean this. There's not very many shows that do what we do. Now, speak our minds, the truth, put people down, make them feel bad for lying. Is this David Wilcox? It's not showing me. Hold on. It shows there's $20 on the PayPal, but it doesn't say, oh, here it is. It finally came. I know you care. Thank you, David Wilcox, not Wilcox, for the PayPal. A continuing supporter. Perfect timing, too. You couldn't have timed support. If anybody else can support through PayPal or Cash App, that would be good timing. Or super chat, super sticker, whatever you can help keep this ship afloat. All right. Thanks, David Wilcox. Not Wilcox. Did I say that backwards? I get messed up sometimes. Even on your name, I'll forget. I'm like, oh. It's not your fault. It's David Wilcox. Whatever his name. All right. Who's this New England dirt roadie? Hey, man, how you doing? There's a black market for fake 3,000-year-old astronaut figurines. Figurines? It's a question. Because it's illegal to sell them at a garage sale. Well, he was saying they were real and selling them to people that would supposedly secure it away and keep it, safe. Yeah, I'm telling you, this is the thinking that goes on in these people's heads. Not my story. It doesn't make sense because something's wrong with it. And I was just getting to that part. What if they're legit? And the guy did find them, didn't know that they were ancient artifacts, and was selling them to people in the black market because somebody said, these are legitimate ancient alien figurines things. Now, the weird thing is, there's a story going on, and I can't remember all the details, but something similar is happening. And one of my circle of friends is researching figurines. And we had a conversation about these figurines. But there's a whole other swath of figurines that have come out. Well, not yet, but you will see them soon. This is getting weird. So, with that being said, that was years ago these figurines came out. The guy with the figurines. And here we go again. So that's why I'm bringing it up. I just remember the story about the guy who tried selling, or he created these figurines, used ancient rocks. He was smart. He did it the right way. But I don't know how well, I guess if he buried them and then a decade later they unearthed, they would have some sort of, settling scenario, like everything would stick to it. It looks like they've probably been underground for a while. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if they'd be able to tell if it was underground for a week, a year, a month, a decade, 100 years. They have to know, right? Anyway. And I'd like to thank Jeanette for supporting Goofon. The angel of Goofon threw a little PayPal herself. Hey, thank you very much, JJ. Mucho gusto, generoso, ladybird. I don't know why I said that. Thank you very much. Thank you. A continuing supporter of Goofon. Yes, Thor. Maybe they're real. That is true. After all that, they could be real. And this is part of the chaos that goes on in ufology, because here we are. Years ago, we think that these are going to be real. We're told they're fake. We're told there's a guy who crafted these himself, buried them, unearthed them. Oh, look what I found a decade later. I was just here, just happened to be here. That'd be a pretty hard secret to keep, anyway. And then when word gets back that these figurines are being sold on the black market, that's when the government must have gotten involved and came out and said, no, you can't do this anymore. You can't sell these. You can't make these, whatever they made up, because they could be real. Pretty wild. We'll never know. No, I didn't see the crazy woman on Redacted today. Yes, the Karma Sutra figurines are. Yep, I remember. So we'll keep an eye on that story. And they're saying, but here's the deal. They're acting like they just found this thing. Hold on. I'm an idiot. I'm not even going to tell you. Okay. All right. I'm going to show you what's going on with the grizzly bears. I know. What a transition, right? From figurines to bears. Well, this could be something really interesting. We always hear how animals have this, I don't know if it's a sixth sense, but they have some sort of connection. Maybe because they're on all fours all the time and they can feel vibrations. Nah, they're just made differently than we are. And that is probably in their DNA because they're out in the wild, right? I'm sure we have that same exact instinct. what do we call it? Instincts, a gut feeling. Some people think they're psychic and, oh, well, I knew it was going to happen. But animals? Yeah, this is interesting. Check this out. Paul White Gold on X.
Influencers started leaving Yellowstone National Park this morning, and it is throwing the scientific community into a tizzy, wondering why they are leaving. Grizzly bears are not known to travel in herds like this all at once and great distances, and they are headed towards Salt Lake City, Utah. I reported earlier this week about the mountain lions that left Yellowstone. That was late last week that they started leaving, and they thought, okay, it's just the mountain lions. Why are they leaving? And now that the grizzly bears are all leaving, they are saying something is up. The animalages, creature critters, know something that maybe we don't. But it just goes to show you that nature is the great balancer. Yellowstone National Park are super concerned. They think that the bison might leave next. So they've hired a Dr. Remy Deemy to come in and investigate and try to figure out what's going on. No one can speak animal, right? But he is one of the closest that can understand what's going on by just sensing it from the animals. And so I'll report in part two as soon as I talk to Dr. Remy Deemy and he tells me what he believes is going on.
First of all, what the frigonometry is a grizzly bear? I swear I never heard of a grizzly bear. And if he meant grizzly bear and is calling them a grizzly bear, I'm going to find this guy and teach him. Hold on. No such thing as a grizzly bear. There's grizzly bars. Yeah, this guy's an idiot. I couldn't believe he said grizzly bear. I don't know if you can hear what's going on. My new neighbor, about 20 feet away from me, is outside playing his rap music. And it's 35 to 50-year-old rap music. He's listening to like Salt and Pepper and, all the people back in the 80s and 90s. And he has drumsticks and he drums. And when I'm in my home, it sounds like somebody's spanking the old monkey. I thought he was having sex with somebody or spanking it, because that's exactly what it sounds like when people, that's what it sounds like. And it was either he's the worst drummer or the best. All I hear is for 30 minutes. I'm like, this guy's a dynamo. I hope he's recording it. Jesus. I don't know if you can hear it. Ugh, God. All right. Yeah. Did you see Bigfoot and Batman on shrooms? No, I didn't. What's up, Italian Pitbull? IP Man. What's up, It Man? I'm looking around here, seeing what you guys are saying. I'm trying to be more inclusive. There's a lot of fakery with religious artifacts. Yep, that's true. Thor, Rich, there's always going to be people who just want to take the opposite side of the truth just because they're, yep. Some people accuse me of that. I don't do that. I really believe what I say. And if I didn't, I say it. I just don't understand. That's my father. My father will just call a car dealership just to bullshit. And he knows he's not buying a car. I have nothing. I just wanted to see what he would say. I'm like, but you're wasting his time. He needs to make money with people who want to buy a car. You're wasting half an hour of this guy's time because you're bored? Yeah, so what? That's sales. He should be able to detect if I'm not a buyer. But you're giving him all the buying signals. Well, that's what happens over the phone. You can't see. I always told him that's the most disrespectful thing I've ever heard you do. I'm surprised at this. Yeah, well. And then my mother would chime in and says, we go to car dealerships every weekend. I go, you do? Yeah. And we sit there for 2-3 hours. He's not buying a car. He just wants to see what they're going to offer. I'm like, that's not right. All right, let's get back to work. Now you know why I am what I am. All right. Oh, boy. I'm very confused. Yeah. Oh, this was very. Now we're going to finally get into some interesting stuff. I'm sorry. A lot of fluff here tonight. So, John Greenwald Jr. posted this today, which I was going to talk about it anyway, on what has been now considered. I don't know. Well, he says, I don't believe the Tic Tac UFO was powered by psionics. It's a fun fact that in 1970, an advanced propulsion concept study called Project Outgrowth considered psychokinesis as a means of propulsion. The study, oddly enough, mirrored that of what we all know as OSAP. Hold on, I want to pull this up. Psychokinesis is the movement of objects by mental forces. Although recent developments indicate small objects may be propelled by this technique, too much basic research is needed before this method can be considered for propulsion applications. And then down here he has Advanced Propulsion Concepts, Project Outgrowth, Franklin Mead, Air Force Rocket Propulsion Laboratory, Edwards Air Force Base in California, 1972. Oh, boy. And then, don't forget the letter to Stanton Friedman. You remember the RAMP documents, RAMP, which discussed UFO propulsion as being advanced psychokinesis? Do you guys remember that? Yeah. Yeah, he became like real deeply involved in learning about back engineering efforts involving recovered non-human craft, and would come to learn that the bodies of the entities recovered from the craft were artificially produced. Yeah, and provided the craft's propulsion through an advanced form of telekinesis. Yep, it enabled the craft to travel between 2 points in the universe instantaneously across dimensions and possibly through time. But, yeah, before he died, he gave him a set of classified documents from a project codenamed RAMP, and apparently an unsuccessful effort to back engineer the propulsion technology of the craft. And at the end of the letter, he invites Friedman to help him develop the technologies outlined in the RAMP documents. And then he died. Oh, Stan did. Wow. It makes you wonder. Wait a second. Doesn't it make sense? There's no propulsion, no means of propulsion, but according to Bob Lazar, there are. Right? Using gravity with those Omna things, whatever they called them. So, did they use telekinesis, psychotelekinesis with technology? Because if there was no technology and it was propelled with your mind, hell, that makes sense why there's no propulsion, exhaust, or any of that trace evidence what you would see coming from the back ass of a propelled craft. We don't have that. Makes you really wonder. See, then you gotta go into, well, wait a second. They can go through, you can propel them through different dimensions, man? You mean you don't lose connections once they go through the other dimension? You don't lose that connection, huh? Better than a cell phone, I guess. Hold on a second. I'm seeing some Cash Apps and another PayPal. I gotta say thanks to these people. And I don't see who did the $5-6 here. I'm gonna bet that it's probably Nathan. Let's see. Well, it's not showing yet. It'll come up. Let me see who these Cash Apps are. There's $10 here. Hold on. I don't like that it does this. Oh, here we go. Hey, it was Nathan. Yeah, thank you, Nathan, for the $5.55. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Mucho gusto generoso. A continuing supporter for decades. It's true. Nathan from the Quantum Show. Thank you. Appreciate that. And who else? Cash App. Let me see if that's popping up here. And I don't see it there. Oh, here it is. Oh my God. You gotta be kidding me. Aw. That is from, well, I'll just say first name Richard with two $5 Cash Apps saying, I enjoyed the show. Yes, I'm having a brain freeze right now on the channel he has. I feel so bad. But you guys know him, and I want to say thank you for that. I totally didn't expect that. But man, I'm glad. I'm glad you and I have worked through whatever it was. And I was stupid too, so I admit I probably jumped the gun on some things, but well, hopefully we can. I moved past it, so we'll move on. Thank you, everybody. I appreciate that, Richard. Hey, Jar Jar Binks is here. Myra Page, Kelly Lewis, Philip Swain. Good to see y'all hanging out here. All right, let's move on. Oh, what are we done with that? Did I make my point? Did I say what I needed to say? Probably not. Oh, the psionics. Okay, so this is now the big thing in ufology. This is where we're at. So it is being now the Tic Tacs are not only, they're not alien, they're not China, which I think they're China, but they're Lockheed Martin. Some people just think this is outright guessing. Rose Cuckold and other people who think this. But the psionics for the Tic Tac, I'm not buying psionics is propelling anything at all. That's just my opinion. Because let me tell you why. Now we're getting into fantasy, where you can move things now by the thoughts. Before, we were focusing on what? Oh, we can talk to anybody, an alien, if you got the right DNA makeup, if you have the skills, a certain set of skills, you can make contact anywhere. Like this, like that, like that. Watch. Boop. Done. I just said hello and goodbye to my friend Obo. You don't know the galaxy. We'll just call it number 38. See how silly that sounds? But I have no context for that. I just said it. I don't have a story. I don't have any history pushing things with my mind, talking to anything, anywhere. And I've always said this. Now, I believe somewhat, not 100%, that there may be people who have the ability. There might be. It's just that the evidence and the things they say never make any sense to what you're doing. It's always like the psychics do. It's broad, No details, because they can't give you details. Give me something I need to know, something important. Is there a quasar that's going to wipe the Earth clean? Do you know about that happening? Tell me that. Do you know the collapse of world governments? Do you know of a nuclear explosion that accidentally happened? Do you know of a volcano or an asteroid maybe we could alter disaster, or even a hurricane? Do you know anything? And I bet you they don't. I don't know. I don't know if it's psychic abilities that people claim they have, or it's a magic trick. You ever see those people? Those mind, what are they called? Yeah, there's something else for it, the name, but they are really amazing. Speaking of propelling things with your mind, we still have not yet seen the Bogusphere take flight after its little crash after its little landing into the soft weeds. But here, we're going to see the Bogusphere react to different frequencies. Can you believe it? It's got nerve endings, I guess. I don't know. All right, here's a minute and 17 seconds of the Bogusphere going into convulsions, I guess. I don't know. We'll find out here in a second. They're giving it a hearing test. That's what they're doing. Here we go. I love what is with death in the corner? Look at this guy. Uh-oh, we got a frozen. Who's this? It looks like death. And then who's this? Is that a reflection, or is that a spirit looking through? What the hell? And look at the technology they're using. And they're using phones, GoPro, 360 camera. Here's a good camera, maybe. Oh, okay, I didn't see this. All right, we got a Sony. All right, they're good to go with their documentary. All right, hold on. Can I just have to laugh for a second? Ha 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 ha. Okay, I'm done. We'll start over.
Hay un pico, ¿verdad? Ah, ok, entonces coincidimos en todos los instrumentos, ¿no? A ver, igual, por supuesto. Wow. No hay duda, doctor. No hay duda.
Subimos entonces la frecuencia.
Sí hay respuesta. No hay duda. No mienten los sensores.
Okay. I do research too, okay? What I'm seeing here is confusing to me. Maybe some of you can explain it. Why aren't they just using one at a time? And then add 2, and then add the 3. I find this really odd because you don't know if they're picking up the signals from the other instruments that are within inches from the Bogusphere. This has got to be the dirtiest and the most ridiculous way I've ever seen. I think this is stupid the way they're doing it. There's so much interference, even from the scale. Don't use digital. What are you using a digital scale for? Don't you understand? It has to use a battery. Signals. I know I'm reaching, but you don't want that. All you want, really, get every camera except for one and keep it as far away from the Bogusphere as possible. Put it on the ceiling pointing down. Next, just keep the speaker here. That's all you need. And one of these devices at a time. And get everybody out. And I mean everybody. There shouldn't be a human anywhere near this thing during the test. Why? Because we are also putting out frequencies, you schmucks. I'm sorry. They are so stupid out here. I'm sorry. Maybe I'm dumb. Maybe I'm the dumb one. Maybe I don't know. Maybe it doesn't interfere. But all I know is I want a clean area when I'm doing my investigation. That's why when I did all my shit, I put the dog in the other room. I turned off the stereo. I turned off this. I turned off that. I unplugged the refrigerator for 30 minutes. Yeah. That's how you play. Unreal.
¿Subiste a cuánto?
Estamos ahorita.
¿Este cuánto? ¿Este? Ok.
Sigue
I'm
subiendo.
sorry.
¿Dónde está? Wow. Es oscilante.
Sí, oscila. 27.3, 27.7.
Estamos en 1.2 kilohertz. 1.3.
¿Está chequeando?
1.4.
Vean cómo es oscilante.
1.5.
I know I did it again. God dang it. It wasn't good. It doesn't matter what I said. It's ridiculous. I said we didn't learn anything. All we did was see them, doing this. And this is why you don't want your research done by Mexico, by Spain, by Turkey, by anybody but American scientists. Because you get this. I don't know. That Bogusphere is a lie. It's a hoax. That's it. Speaking of, let me show you this. Patrick Jackson on X. I don't know if you know the guy, but this guy, he thinks he's God's gift to recording UFOs. He got a video here, and it says the Sphere Network swarming 3 disks at hypersonic speeds. I'm embarrassed already. Just from that title alone, you don't even see anything of the sort. It's total clickbait. No hypersonic, no speeds. I don't know. Let's see.
Vedi, è fermo lì, da un minuto prima non c'è, non so che cos'è.
Do you guys know what those are? It's dust particles. They think those are UFOs. It's dust.
Arriva anche qui.
No, I'm serious. I'm not lying. It's either bugs or dust particles in the air. It's probably bugs.
Vedi, è fermo lì, da un minuto prima non c'è, non so che cos'è.
Oh, yeah. Oh, it goes in front of the tree here. Yeah, that's totally bullshit. Watch. Oh, yeah. They don't know what they're talking about. This is why I'm the best. This is why I'm the best. I tell you. Unbelievable. It goes right in front of the tree. You can see it. They try and sneak up on it. Right there. Did you see it? It's going to be hard for me to get it because I don't have frame by frame. I'll get it. Like, here's another one. It's just dust and bullshit. There it is. See? See it? Right there. It's dust. That's all it is. Dust particles. Here's another one, I think. But watch it again. Just watch the area and you'll see it glistening. Yeah, you can see it here and then it goes there. It's so stupid. I tell you. This is why I should be given an Emmy for my for my skills. I tell you, this bothers me so much that they're calling those UFOs. And then when they enhance it and they blow it up, what do we see? Smudge. It's a smudge. It's not even detailed. All right. Let's get rid of that. 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 I want to show you the Jason Sands. Wait, do I want to show this? No, I'm not going to do it. It's not even a clip. All it is Jason Sands thinking that he believes that it's real. The Skinny Bob. I'm not in the mood to play it. But this I'm in the mood to play. New Bigfoot. Did I play this? This video is provided by a person touring Mission BC, Canada, who asked to stay anonymous. All right, this might be new. Let's pull it up. This is one of the videos they captured in the hills of Mission BC. Is it just a bear foraging in the distance, or could it be something more? You know, it's like either way, they definitely got the attention of these tourists who were convinced that they had encountered a Bigfoot. Were they drinking the Kool-Aid, or could it be that they spotted a foot in the backcountry of Mission BC, Canada? We'll let you be the judge. Judge. What I don't like is nobody zoomed in for us.
Sasquatch.
Okay. Hold.
Careful.
Really? Really? It looks like a bear. It looks like a monkey, actually, right here. Right there. It looks like he's throwing poop. Watch. Yeah, he threw poop. Look. Oh, maybe not. Could be a branch. It looks like it's on a string or something. Yeah. It looks like he's digging. And then what's with the woo-hoo?
What?
Sasquatch.
Oh, that definitely looks like a... it looks like a monkey. Look at it on all fours. It looks like a chimp. I don't know. Listen. Rappin' foot. It's the rappin' foot. All right. Let's get a little more serious here. Jeremy Corbell. He says, let's get this done. Well, the Immaculate Constellation is an unacknowledged special access program established following the public disclosure of the ATIP OSAP programs by Lou Eliganzo in 2017. Upon disclosure to Congress, it was determined that this USAP and its collateral information has not been lawfully reported to Congress. Oh. Immaculate Constellation's primary mission is collecting imagery intelligence on unidentified aerial phenomena and ARV, utilizing tasked and untasked U.S. military intelligence resources. As part of a network of SAPs linked to non-human intelligence and UFO technologies, Immaculate Constellation acts as a nexus for collecting, analyzing, and disseminating intelligence on the activities, capabilities, and locations of anomalous acrospace threats that originate from foreign or unidentified sources. Sources. So they cover everything, right? Oh my God, what happened over here? Everybody just got blurry.
I brought that months before. I brought the guy in. We snuck him in. We tried to get him to testify. Man, I just want to say I am working my ass off to get Congress the ammunition that they need to disclose to you in public hearings, and it is an uphill battle, but I am fighting for that with a bunch of people, and that is my focus. My focus is to get people right there under oath in front of you in open congressional hearings, not in these backdoor bullshit hearings. Open hearings. I need all the support I can get to make that happen. They tap us for information and then they do counter intel on us and bring national security people in. Can I have my lawyer? No. Can I record the call? No. I record every time. I'm just trying to tell you that is part of the fight. Part of the fight is getting Congress to do what you ask them to do. And I am trying to make that happen. And if it doesn't happen, easy way, hard way, we're gonna do it our way. And that's for sure. So I want you to get educated on that.
You see, he says, whoa, Jeremy Corbell thinks he can do it his way, right? But he can't. Now he's going to try. Oh, this is really annoying. But well, you know what's going to happen when Corbell or Greer or any of these people, Eleganzo, they get closer and closer to the truth, and they find some whistleblower that's willing to talk, they won't make it. It'll be squashed. It'll be squashed. I'm telling you. There's no way the government will allow evidence. They'll allow them to talk all they want because we've heard it all. The NHI, the craft, the back engineering, the unlawful money laundering, and whatever else you want to talk about there. You know, all of that can be proven. Great. Show us now. I just said they can prove it. But will they? So, if they can't prove it, what does it mean? Well, it can only mean two things. Two, right? The first thing is that they need to keep the conspiracy alive so they can keep their tech hidden within all of the other stuff, right? That's probably the truth. The other one, it's all a lie. There are no aliens. So how do you explain alien abductions? How do you explain some of the things people have seen, witnesses have seen? We're not talking about back in the woods. We're talking lawyers, police, judges, you name it. All people, all races, creeds, and religions have seen this stuff. Nobody's exempt. So why? If it's showing itself periodically to everybody who can see it and is at the right place at the right time, like they're not worried about what anybody thinks if they were abducted and remembered it. They'll think they're crazy. But when you get government people, police, judges, then you get lawyers, and you get presidents who've seen things that they can't explain. Then you got some of the whistleblowers coming out who disappeared or were unalived. It makes you wonder, why? Were they getting close to telling the truth? Or did they have evidence, and that's the only way to stop the evidence from going public? See, there's got to be someone out there who hasn't talked to anybody in 40 years, who's holding on to something right now that can go to the news or go to your favorite internet channel, and say, I've got it. It's been tested. Here's the test, here's the evidence. Well, what is it? An alien artifact from a recovered UFO. What is it? It's a communication device. Does it work? Yeah. What? It works. Show us. He won't be showing anybody, because that's as close as he'll ever get to showing the truth to the world. Nobody will ever make it alive that has real, concrete evidence in their hands to show the world. It's true. I promise. That's why if I had something, nope, I'm not telling a soul. Not until I'm ready. I will, but not until I'm ready. What? Now this is the funniest story of the year. Dick Doty says, I've canceled my X account because X is being overrun by criminals, disgusting human beings, and foreign influencers. As you are probably aware, the US government has started an investigation into the X spaces. I will no longer associate myself with anyone with an X account. Yay! Good. Bye-bye, fruity bastard, Richard Doty, the criminal. What an ass-face bitch. He thinks he's that special. I'm Richard Doty. I'm not going to stay on that account with all those criminals. Like they're only on X. They're everywhere, dick. God, he's so stupid, really. He's got to be one of the dumbest people in ufology. Bar none. Bar none. Richard Doty is dumb. And I know some people who think he's a great guy, smart, but they're just being duped. I promise. He's a compulsive liar. You can tell just by looking at him. Been doing it his whole life. Why do you think he was that guy? Why do you think he told what's his name? Because he could do it convincingly. He's like an Eleganzo. Eleganzo could look you right in the eye and say he loves you when in all reality he hates your guts. And he does it with impunity. I don't know. All right. So a lot of you... Now, I know with this clip I'm about to play, this is going to be the most controversial thing we talk about tonight. The tether incident. Yes, shuttle mission, blah, blah, blah. 1996, I believe it was, a 12-mile cable snapped and created this fluorescent-looking thing, and many people think that UFOs were swarming it.
Showing
Okay. Does it look like it's being swarmed? I tell you what, you can see a box. See the box? See the square? Nobody ever talks about that. What time is it? Look at the time. What time is that? 7:30. Right. No, I don't know. I'm just messing with you. All right. So they're going in all directions. They're not swarming this. These dots are ice crystals. Yes. And they're really close. They're going everywhere. They're not going. Now, if they were swarming it, it would be everybody, all these would be around it, right? They'd be around it, but they're everywhere in the corners.
the satellite.
And because we haven't been doing this that much, and a cable has never popped off like that, and any of the ice crystals that were around the connecting pieces went with it and are now reflecting the camera's IR.
Again,
Or
just moving into sunrise.
Something like that. Yep. Uncle
81
Uncle
nautical miles
Fessler's
now
sugar
from
daddy.
Columbia.
Yep.
Guys getting the image?
Oy.
Franklin, we see a long line, a couple of star-like things, and a lot of things swimming in the foreground. Can you describe what you're seeing?
Pretty cool.
Well, the long line is a tether.
I don't know if it was copper.
And there's a little bit of debris that kind of flies with us, and it's illuminated by the sun at such
Something
low
like that.
angle. So this was a lot of stray light, and it's getting washed out quickly, but...
David Sereda made a DVD on these, he thinks they're discs, they're ships, disc-shaped discs that have energy going from outside in, like in concentric circle form. And it is the most ridiculous thing I've ever seen because they're ice crystals. It's the only thing that makes sense.
I was trying to do
Anyway, that's that. I'm not playing it again. Yeah. You know, it is weird because there's so many things we don't really know. And then you get some obvious things like this. You know, it's really, really obvious that UFOs just didn't show up. They would have had to have been in the immediate area. And we've never seen them like that in that capacity since. So, I mean, we've seen the ice particles on other shuttle missions. And after a while, even NASA's like, it's just ice. Former FAA executive John Callahan, do you remember this? Oh, in 1986, there was a sighting, and Callahan said that the CIA confiscated all the radar and cockpit data, including the voice recordings of the pilot during extremely dramatic UFO encounter over Alaska in 1986, the year I graduated. So they took it all. Fortunately, he kept copies in his office, which he ultimately released. Now, if UFOs and aliens aren't real, then how does an acorn-shaped craft, the size of Mount Suvius, I don't know, the thing was enormous, according to the pilot. I think the pilot was Yokozumi or something like that. He's a Chinese guy. Japanese? I don't know. He was one of those knees. But here's the Callahan. He'll tell you.
When they got done, the CIA said to all the people there, this event never happened. We were never here. And you're all sworn to secrecy. we are confiscating all this data. And they did. They took everything that was in the room. In those days, when you printed out something from the computer, it printed out boxes and boxes and boxes of these printouts. You remember these from the days when we used to see it on TV? Boxes and boxes of this stuff. This is titled UFO Incident at Anchorage on 11/18/86. And it tells you what date it is in here. So we could take a chart and we could reproduce everything that the controller's seen on a piece of paper.
Amazing. And the thing is, never never mind. You guys are on another tangent. All right. What's that? So, I believe we are in chaos. And soon, maybe in a couple of years, I think after 2027, I think something is going to happen that's going to be seen by millions of people. And I don't know, something about that year, not because of what we've been hearing, but maybe 28, 29. But it just feels like something's nearing just to finish this silliness, put it to rest. But they can't. They can't. They're going to have to figure out a way to tell us that they have some sort of, maybe they found it, instead of it crashing and back engineering. Maybe none of that's even happening, although we know it is. See, that's the whole thing. We know what we're being told, but we don't have much proof on what's happening now. What's happening today? What are they working on at this moment? And we never know. The only way we find out is if it falls out of the sky, somebody captures it on video, somebody accidentally tells somebody. Other than that, ufology seems to always be in chaos and very short-term order. Couldn't remember. So you'll have chaos for 6 months. You'll have order for a month. Chaos, sightings, lies, something new came out. Then we find out through chaos that it was all a lie. Order. We're not there. We're not in the order yet. We're still finding out that all these people have been lying to us. We're almost there. We just need something that can put a cap on these stupid ass Tic Tacs once and for all. Oh, it's Lockheed Martin. Where's the proof? Show me the schematics with their letterhead on it. Shit, show me something. You just can't say it, Rose. My people, my sources tell me that the Tic Tac is not China, but it actually came from Lockheed Martin. Ugh, that's it for tonight. I gotta get out of here. I'm gonna puke. Hopefully we'll see you tomorrow. Thank you, moderators and super chatters. God, without you guys, really, no reason to exist. And thank you for keeping the show on its feet. Everybody who supported the show tonight and every night. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And newcomers and veterans, nice to see you guys getting along. Everybody was pretty cool tonight. Thank you. I appreciate it. We just want to keep peace in the family. That's what we are here. Even though I'm not the best father, I'm not personal. I do a lot of hard love. I don't mean to be that guy. It's just all I know. It's the way I was brought up. I don't know. But we do bring truthology for ufology. I do it for you. Oh, that was nice. All right, everybody. Have a safe rest of your night. We'll see you mañana. Alien bless. Alien bless.
Steel strings wail, thunder